Dolphins owner Stephen Ross does try his best, it seems, as an owner. We'll give him that. He spends money, never complains about it, doesn't really get in the way of personnel moves. You don't really hear him speaking too much about the team and the on-the-field success or failures, as are in the Dolphins' case. He backed his players last year and stood arm in arm with them and said he wasn't against them protesting. But then Stephen Ross says and does things that make no sense. He did, oh, let's embrace celebrities as owners, because that's what football fans want. And that's what will make your team successful. And make your team money, which he did none of those things. Let's be loyal to coaches who are flaming failures. Look, you can love or hate the Patriots, and look, they fail sometimes. But when they fail, they realize it quickly and cut ties. Not Stephen Ross, Tony Sperano. It's a joke. We're going to try and get Harbaugh. Oh, you can't get Harbaugh? Let's extend Sperano. Joe Philbin was a joke when he hired him. Joe Philbin, a joke his entire time here. Let's keep him and extend him. That's Stephen Ross. Loyalty is great in life. The problem is no one does it in life. And in sports, where you really don't need it when it comes to success on the field, that's where randomly Stephen Ross is Mr. Loyal. On top of that, Stephen Ross once in a while does and says really strange things, like Tim Tebow Day, when the Dolphins are playing the Broncos and Tim Tebow, the opponent. I don't care if he's a Gator. What the hell does that have to do with your opponent on the field honoring him? That makes a lot of sense. And recently, Stephen Ross talked about the kneeling of his players last year, and where last year he was with them arm in arm and wanted them to kneel and was all about them kneeling. Now all of a sudden he is against them kneeling. Now reports said he was saying they can't kneel. He's not saying they can't kneel. He's clarified that. What he said last year, and he still feels now, is the kneeling took on a different turn and it became against the flag and against the military. So why should the players do it if it doesn't make sense and it's being taken out of context? Who gives a crap what people are taking with my protest? If my protest is supposed to say one thing, and I'm saying it's supposed to say one thing, and everyone takes it somewhere else, I'm still going to protest. Because you know what? They're just misconstruing it because they're scared of it, because they don't want to understand it, and because it's actually having an effect. And that the protest actually did something. Not a lot, but at least got us talking about the issue in some form. Now Stephen Ross, who is behind his players, standing arm in arm, is now telling them to stop. What the hell are you doing there, Stephen Ross? And on top of that, of course, he has the jewel calling South Florida a bad sports town. First of all, you're an owner in this bad sports town. So you already think it's a bad sports town. You're then going to talk about it out loud to do what? Drum up support? I'm thinking if you're calling out the town you own a team in, a bad sports town, you're not going to get a lot more support. On top of that, maybe if your team won a little bit, didn't average go to one playoffs every 10 years or 12 years or 6, 7 years, and maybe won a playoff game for the first time in 20-something years, maybe if that happened, we wouldn't be such a sucky sports town.